Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So guys, it is now left to the Nigerian judiciary, and when I say the Nigerian judiciary, I mean especially members of the judiciary from the southern part of the country, because you can completely, of course, abandon judiciary members from the northern parts of the country given their antecedents, which we already know. So it is left to the members of the judiciary from the southern parts of the country to save whatever vestiges there is left of a civilized society in Nigeria. So with that, guys, I bring you this. Sowore, court orders AGF Malami, DG DSS Bichi to appear. So that's the headline. Sowore, court orders AGF Malami and DG DSS Bichi to appear. So now let's hear now what the justices are having to say this time around. Justice Iyan Ekwo of the Federal High Court has ordered the Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami and DG of the Department of State Services DSS Yusuf Bichi to appear before the court over the detention of Omoyele Sowore. Femi Falana, counsel to Omoyele Sowore on Tuesday, made the application. He sought an order of the court for the respondent to appear and explain why his client was still being detained. Justice Ekwo noted that he has seen all the processes filed and adjourned the case to the 23rd of December for hearing, whilst mandating the Deputy Chief of the Court to notify the AGF and DG DSS of the proceedings and the order. Malami has stated that he could not direct the DSS to release Sowore from custody. A statement by his special assistant on media, Umar Gwandu, said such would amount to a unilateral decision, as the case of the Revolution Now protest convener and his co-defendant Olawale Bakare was still in court. Falana had demanded that Malami take action on the continued incarceration of the duo. His call followed Malami's order to the DSS to hands off the trial of the activist and hand over the case to his office. But Malami said the action doesn't mean he could free Sowore at will. Malami said when parties submit their issues for determination to a court of law, they lack exclusivity of decision over such issues without recourse to the court. We remain guided by the established tradition and will not take a unilateral decision without recourse to the rule of law, he added. Sowore has remained in detention following his rearrest by operatives of DSS at the Federal High Court in Abuja on December the 6th, 2019. So now this is now really a real push by the legal arm of the Nigerian state to say now we have to now establish where the demarcations are in this country, because the courts cannot give a judgment and then somebody else goes to act outside of this judgment. So this judge now inviting the Attorney General, or the Minister of Justice rather, Malami, and the Director of the DSS Bichi to come and appear is now to then confront them frontally, because these people cannot then hide behind operatives if he gives them a clear direction to their face to say, look, I as the judge, as the custodian of this country's constitution, I am telling you to release this guy. So if he tells the leads in all this organization to release Omoyele Sowore, they cannot then claim that it is some rogue element in operations that is holding this guy outside of the will of the court. But of course, everybody knows that none of these people will appear in front of the judge. If the judge is lucky enough, they will send a delegation because they will say they are otherwise engaged, or they'll just ignore him completely, as they tend to ignore the law of the land in Nigeria. But time will tell soon enough. It's the 23rd of December, which is barely a week away, and then on that date, of course, you would note the non-appearance of these people, because of course then they will have some event that they have to be at that supersedes them coming to appear, as has been directed by a judge of the Federal Court in Abuja. Conversations in the comment section. It is now getting towards the end game now. It is now a clear them versus us now within the Nigerian state. So the battle line has now been drawn, and Omoyele Sowore, of course, is the test case for this power tussle. Who wins, of course, is usually who carries all the guns in Nigeria, and all the guns, of course, belongs to Malam Buhari. So they will just ignore this judge and dismiss him out of hand, and later down the line, they will give him the justice or not get treatment, almost certainly. But come tell me what your thoughts are about this battle that is going on between the executive and the judiciary within the Nigerian space. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns grey. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what you're making of this latest development in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry on with you in the comment section. But here, I say, peace.